Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pick up there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good deep.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Throwing, Mayfield. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point up and through. And the route is on here in this first half. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. That is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He sets to fire deep and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. 1:57 to go in this first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps. I
know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's Njoku over the middle. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Now let's go. 3:19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Everyone's got 4 down. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Miles Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
It's brought in by Dodson. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st down, they run with Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go now.
They go play action. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
This is taken around the 12. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this out past the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. 6
yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green
Now
39.
contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that one will be accepted. And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
To throw, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, spinning away. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Completes it right side to Dodson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, set, clean.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Second down, Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On third down, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And that'll set him back 5. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. On play action, they'll throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And now it's second down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gun!
They'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Bears on third. 68 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Burton. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes him
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They're going to look to throw. And, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Browns, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them. How to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing. Do for me 6 figures.